Hi Max and Lisa. Thought I'd just jump on, give like a quick little recap of where we're at with the design process. Finishes have been selected, all the furniture has been chosen, sort of planned the layout pretty well. I'm really happy with it, and I've really enjoyed actually doing this, this design for you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and sort of give you guys some insight into the decisions I've made, and I'm really sure that you guys are going to love it, and I'm excited for you guys to move in. So with the design, the couple things that really stuck out in mind for me was obviously you guys saying your love for travel, your love for New York, your sort of like admiration for culture and arts, and how you enjoy collecting things from your travels and bringing them back to your space and making sure that your space represents sort of the life that you've lived. On top of that, obviously having a contemporary space, something that's a bit of a sanctuary, and something that seems quite modern. It was a little bit difficult at times because those things don't necessarily align very well. Obviously, contemporary and modern is usually very sleek and minimalist, but having a space that represents your travels and all your experiences, obviously that comes a little bit more maximalist. So blurring that and making sure that you sort of had both of those desires sort of satisfied. It was challenging, but I think I've done it really well. So first off, I think I'm just going to start with the immediate space as you walk in the door to sort of like capture that really homely feel. I've got some really nice coat hooks that I've chosen out. They're sleek, they're modern, really nice chrome finish. Just feels like that sort of homely touch as you come in the door. Next to that, you've got obviously your key bowl. These are just things that like homes need to have, but I've been really careful in like the items that I've selected. Like the key bowl itself, made from travertine. Max, I'm sure you're going to have a good eye for detail and notice that, the piece that I've chosen is up to your standards. That's going to be sitting on top of a really nice walnut vinyl audio stand. I know you guys didn't say that was something that you wanted, but I saw that as an opportunity for you guys to bring back vinyls from your holidays, and then when you have your guests over to entertain them, you have like these really exciting little bits of memorabilia that you can say, oh, while we were in New York, we were in this space, and there was this little vinyl shop, we collected this, we were chatting with this, and it's an opportunity to sort of remember those experiences and share them with other people. Just above that vinyl stand, we've sort of laid it out so that your Pills by Sane Carl is going to be on display. So it's going to be really nice and warm as a warm feeling and a warm visual sort of aesthetic as you walk into the space. Directly next to that, we've got the dining area. Seeing as you guys entertain, I wanted to get a bigger table, something that can accommodate 6 people. So choosing this sort of almost like surfboard oval shape, it really fit well in the space because it's a little bit thinner than most sort of circular tables, but can still accommodate like a larger group. Sitting just above the dining table, you have this really nice, it's called La-Di-Da pendant light, super sleek, modern, aluminium with a bright red finish, or deep red finish. And it's just going to sort of make it pop because the dining set is quite dark, but I chose that to sort of lean into that sort of contemporary design aesthetic that you guys spoke about sort of wanting. Just in the dining space as well, you've got a brand new split system heater and cooler. Look, I know you guys are really excited to move into the factory space, but the reality is you guys are going to be in Richmond. Winter is going to be very cold, so I made sure I didn't want to skimp on something that's going to sort of warm up that space because, I want you guys to be comfortable in this space and not to just look good, but be livable. Moving into the living area, I really wanted this space to contrast the dining area. Obviously, the dining set is quite dark, so I wanted to bring some warmth into the environment for you. And the idea of having a sort of a warmer living room, that's going to be the sanctuary for when you guys are resting after a long week, or when you're just home and you want to enjoy the space by yourself. So we've got a nice beige couch, a warm sort of duo level rug. It's going to be really nice and textured, still very soft, but that sort of like tessellated pattern is just going to add like a really nice little like fine contemporary detail to it. We've just got some nice throw pillows, a nice blanket, because when you guys are sitting down watching TV or watching a movie or whatever, obviously you're going to want to like snuggle up and be nice and comfortable. It was a little bit challenging with a coffee table solution. So the coffee table that I've chosen is more of a side table. It's quite small, but for 2 people, it's going to be perfect. I chose this one because the sort of silhouette of it and the materiality of it, it really reminds me of like this like cityscape type structure. I'll put a photo up just here so you can like have a closer look of it. Then just underneath the TV, we've got a really nice concrete bench. The idea behind this is you sort of get a dual purpose for it. Max, you get to display all of your art books. You get your kind of blue sculpture, the little Lego figurine, which I think is awesome. You're going to have that on display as well. But it also gives an opportunity that if you are entertaining for other guests, that you can maybe move these items off the bench, and then you sort of have this U-shaped sort of entertaining space that people can sort of sit around. You have the couches, the bench, everyone can have a sort of drink together and a bit of a chat. Just above that, I've splurged a little bit, got you guys a really nice Bose speaker. Top of the range, brand new. I'm sure you guys are going to love it. And your new vinyl set, or new vinyl player across the room actually connects to the Bose speaker by Bluetooth. So you don't need to buy any extra speakers. Obviously you can if you want to. That's something down the road, but it's just not something that you guys have to think about. The entertainment of the space is going to be seamless. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to love it. Just above that, we've got a really nice floating shelf made from the same material as the dining table. So that's going to blend together really nicely. And then on top of that, I've got the Samsung, the frame. I'm sure you guys have seen it. They're super popular at the moment. But the idea is that you don't necessarily have to have the TV on with channels or whatever for this piece to sort of have a statement. Like it has a matte finish. The idea behind it is that you can display artworks on it and it looks like a framed artwork in your living room. Just to the right of that, we've got your Manhattan print or embossed print done by Inez. Really cool piece. I think that this is a really good representation of you guys. Obviously, it sort of highlights your love for New York, but in a really like understated, sentimental way for you guys, rather than being necessarily a photo of the Empire State Building or the Statue of Liberty. I think you guys have done really well in choosing this piece, and I wanted to sort of continue to find art pieces that were maybe along the same lines, that had that sort of subtle hint to your love for New York, but yeah, just in a really understated way. So what I ended up finding was at the 11th hour, it's a little brass sculpture of an apple with a big bite taken out of it. And sitting on that is a little, mouse, but I'm calling him Rat. And the idea of this is the symbol of the big apple, I guess the sort of rat infestation that New York has. I'm sure you know that. But yeah, the idea of this is I think it's going to blend sort of well into sort of that playful sort of humour of your kind of blue Lego statuine that's just going that's just going to sit directly next to it. So overall, these are the pieces that I've chosen. I think they sit really well. And then to sort of pay a bit of homage to the space, I didn't want to rip up all the floors. You've got really nice concrete floors. So to keep contemporary, we're just going to give it a really nice polish. We're going to add some kind of more modern details in the bedroom. So what I envision is we're going to have to do a little bit of demolition. It's going to have to be very controlled, very precise. But the space under where the bed goes, we're going to rip out that concrete. Probably going to have to put another layer of concrete just underneath. But the idea is that underneath your bed is going to be completely carpeted, and that's going to be flush with the concrete. It's going to be seamless. It's going to be really modern. I know you guys are going to love it. It hasn't been done too many times before, but I know we can achieve it. It's going to be a little bit costly, but the benefit it is that obviously when you get out of bed, your feet are going to be nice and soft and warm when they hit the ground. But we actually have come in underneath the budget that you guys have allocated for finishes and flooring. I wanted to keep the walls relatively neutral because you've got some pretty extravagant pieces on the walls. So we're just going to go for a nice sort of warm tonal white, because there's I feel like any other colors or any other wallpapers, it might start to get a bit busy. So we're just going to keep that neutral, but still a nice warm tone to it. So if you guys are happy with everything, I think we're sort of finished with this stage of deciding furniture, floor finishes, wall finishes. So moving forward, we're obviously going to be doing the bedroom next. We've got to start on it already by choosing the wall and floor finishes, sorry. So I'm just going to try and choose some simple but warm and comfortable sort of pieces that complement the design that we've already gone for in the living area. But make sure that space is obviously a space for you guys, and that you enjoy coming home and the idea of getting into bed. Or when you're over in New York and you sort of have that like little itch on the back that's like, oh, I can't wait to get in my own bed. We're going to make sure that you guys have that feeling in the next stage. So I'll see you guys soon. If you have any questions, give me a call, send me through an email. But yeah, I'm going to get started on the next part of the design. Cheers.